So let's start with our 2025 WNBA MVP, and that has to go to the one and only Caitlin Clark.
It is finally happening. Caitlin Clark, Indiana's Golden Girl and Logo 3 specialist, is now leading the 2025 MVP race, and the haters are absolutely burning with jealousy. You heard that right. While the rest of us are busy watching greatness unfold, Angel Reese is out here spiraling out of control.
Angel Reese! Angel, angel, angel. Girl, you're my angel. You're my darling angel. What in sweet tarnations is going on?
Let's not beat around the bush. The MVP conversation has been loud and heated, and every sports outlet from ESPN to TikTok is buzzing with excitement. Is Caitlin Clark already the MVP frontrunner? And the answer is more obvious than the sky being blue.
I present to you Caitlin Clark, the favorite to win the WNBA MVP in 2025. Let the salty haters' tears flow. That's right. There we are right there. Caitlin Clark is officially the favorite to win the most valuable player.
I mean, we all have been expecting this since day one. Clark came into the league like a tornado on steroids and turned the Indiana Fever into must-watch TV, doubling ticket sales and making grown men cry with her no-look passes. Not only that, she also became the most-watched WNBA rookie in history. Meanwhile, over in Chicago, Angel Reese is struggling to grasp reality and lashing out in anger as she's losing the MVP race.
Angel Reese is... she's jealous. We had the topic yesterday. There's jealousy abound.
Because here's the thing, Angel had an entire offseason to level up, to hit the gym and work on her shots. The tape was available to be studied. But what did Angel do? She hit the runway, the podcasts, and Instagram lives. The actual basketball was put on hold by the Bayou Barbie as she chased temporary fame and forgot about her real job.
Because her jump, it needs like more than one offseason to fix that jump shot, because let's be real, it's broken. It's broken. So you see in here, obviously, from Unrivaled.
Angel's jump shot was already broken to begin with, and don't even get me started on her layups. Angel had a ton of work ahead of her in the offseason, but she deliberately ignored her weaknesses and focused on enjoying the break, just like a kid who ignores his holiday homework. But now, her mistakes are out in the open as she watches her odds sink like the Titanic.
Let's check this out. Let's scroll down. Oh, man. Okay, let's keep going. Angel Reese is a plus 7,500. Tied with Brittany Griner. Unfreaking believable. She's way down the list.
And now that Caitlin's cooking like a master chef, Angel is realizing the hard way that the WNBA isn't a reality show where you can win by sheer vibes and drama. This is basketball, and Caitlin Clark is out here reminding everyone why they bought her tickets and why they suddenly know who plays for the Indiana Fever.
For Caitlin Clark is going to be like nothing we have ever seen. She has had an entire offseason to train, to get into the gym, to work on things that she struggled with during her rookie season.
Clark has been leading rookies in points, assists, minutes played, jersey sales, and Google searches. She has been pulling up from 30 feet as if she's offended by the three-point line. And this MVP buzz is more than just hype, it's based on real data. And let's not forget that she had an entire offseason to work on her flaws and level up in the gym.
And so Caitlin Clark is essentially putting on a suit of armor this offseason, right? So this offseason, Clark made it her mission to build more muscle going into year 2 in the WNBA, quote, trying to get stronger, like a lot of time in the weight room.
That's right, Clark was going full-on Terminator mode this offseason by working on her jump shots, handles, and overall finishing in the gym. And let's be honest, she has become a force to be reckoned with. Her transformation is more just about adding muscle. It's about making sure that no one is even thinking about getting physical with her.
Now guys, just look at this picture. One thing is clear, Caitlin Clark has been in the gym. And by gym, I'm talking about not just the basketball court, but the weight room. She has gotten significantly bigger.
Meanwhile, Angel Reese is being personally targeted by Caitlin Clark's dominance. She's completely losing it and throwing temper tantrums like a kid who's denied candy. Her social media is filled with aggressive posts like "real ones know the truth." I mean, this is next level jealousy.
More specifically, well, yesterday, Angel Reese took to Twitter and said, "Y'all be feeling too entitled, thinking y'all opinions matter about somebody else's life instead of minding your own business. I promise you win at life when you just live your own life and mind your own business."
Can you believe this? Angel Reese is literally crying on social media about losing the MVP race, and it is blowing up like a bombshell on the internet. Every time Clark gets a standing ovation, Angel drops a mean tweet like, "Popularity don't equal greatness." This isn't middle school Angel. Clark isn't popular because she's cute and funny. She's popular because she's carrying an entire franchise on her shoulders with nothing but a jump shot and killer court vision.
And Caitlin also is going into her second year. She understands the WNBA a little bit better than she did year one. It kind of smacked her in the face, reality that she took, and she ran with it, and she exceeded everyone's expectations. But that
on basketball, she moves different. She sees the floor different. She shoots different. There's just a level of excitement.
Let's also talk about jealousy, because it's dripping off Angel like a leaky faucet. You can smell the envy every time Caitlin gets another endorsement or another MVP nod or another compliment from a retired NBA legend. Luka Doncic calls Clark his favorite player. Angel posts a TikTok 2 hours later, looking like she's auditioning for a revenge plot. Clark leads the MVP polls. Angel tweets an angry rant like a salty ex-girlfriend.
Y'all be feeling too entitled, thinking y'all's opinions matter about someone else's life instead of minding your own business. I promise you win at life when you just live your own life and mind your own business. I promise. I don't give a rat's about that.
And while Angel's busy planning her next public tantrum disguised as a press tour, Caitlin is just out here hooping and not complaining or throwing shade. She's just playing better basketball.
Caitlin Clark should expect to be the MVP or play like she's the MVP. She played close enough to an MVP as a rookie. She should get better. The teammates around her should be better. Her coach is better. There's no need to tiptoe around these things. If you're a Fever fan, you should embrace those expectations.
Let's be honest, Caitlin Clark is leading the MVP race because she's the best player on the court, and the league finally has someone who performs and brings eyes at the same time. Clark has been shaking up the league ever since she debuted, and she's been steamrolling her opponents left, right, and center. And don't forget that her bedroom's already full from the accolades and the awards she won in her debut season.
Firstly, Caitlin Clark was named AP Female Athlete of the Year following her impact on women's sports. This news was announced on Christmas Eve, and it says Caitlin Clark raised the profile of women's basketball to unprecedented levels in both the college ranks and the WNBA, and Tuesday she was named the AP Female Athlete of the Year for her impact on and off the court. They went on to talk about her leading Iowa to the national championship game, and then she became the #1 pick in the WNBA draft, and then went on to win Rookie of the Year. From there, you guys, she has won so many awards and broken so many records. It's actually become a meme at this point because it's just crazy. People are putting together graphics.
Angel Reese, on the other hand, she's too busy throwing shade and posting cringy reels to care about the sport. Her social media feed looks more like a content creator / model than a professional athlete.
But what's not debatable is the fact that Caitlin Clark has handled her branding extremely well. Whereas with Angel Reese, sometimes you find yourself scratching your head and wondering what the hell she's doing. Like that photo right.
And it's not like she has mastered basketball either. When you aren't comfortable with the fundamentals, like layups, it is high time to improve your game. But let's be honest, Angel has done everything on God's green earth except work on her game.
We've talked about this before. Your wrists should not be crossing. And here, the form was messed up in places.
And now that the offseason's over, Angel's scrambling to perfect her game and hitting the gym as if her life depends on it.
And I'm looking at this little 9-second snippet video of her shooting jump shots. And I ask myself, why are you shooting jump shots? Why are you working on that? Why is that even remotely part of your regiment that you're, one, shooting threes, two, taking 17-footers, and three, you would never take them in that fashion.
Meanwhile, Clark is ready to take on every challenge the league throws at her. Let's not forget, this is the same Caitlin Clark who spent her rookie debut getting body checked like she owed people lunch money. She was getting dragged, hacked, and elbowed in every game. And through all that, she just kept grinding, kept shooting, kept elevating. And now, she's ready to get...
We have seen from the photos, from the videos, from the workouts that she has put on quite a bit of muscle. So it seems like she is taking all of these things so engagement. But I don't think that a lot of fans realize how much having this off season, this entire off season, is going to help her going into her second year.
Caitlin Clark has decided that her next season is going to be decorated with the MVP, and you can already see the determination in her eyes. She has been putting in the effort, hitting the gym, and practicing like crazy with only one intention in her mind: becoming the best out there. She's already the most skilled shooter in the WNBA right now, and she's trained herself to destroy the opponent's defenses like a tank.
She went into her rookie year after coming off a very long college career. She had a couple weeks off, then went straight into the WNBA season, and then she was getting face guarded, she was getting double teamed. The physicality was like nothing that she ever saw in college, and that was a lot to adapt to. And we saw the kind of numbers, points, assists, things that she was doing led her team to the playoffs that she did in her rookie season. With all of that, now just think about her having an entire...
When Clark came into the league, there were more haters than believers. Many questioned her ability and whether it would translate. Some critiqued her skills, and a select few even hated her for it. Veterans like Cheryl Swoops, Diana Taurasi, and Asia Wilson were not impressed by Clark's success and looked jealous. Other players were making excuses, but not Caitlin Clark. Her tremendous work ethic has proved her haters wrong every time she has stood on the court.
In her career.
Well, she's had a profound impact on the game. She's elevated the profile of women's basketball. Because she's a superstar talent. She deserves to get her jersey retired. She deserves to be celebrated as...
But Angel simply can't stand it, and it's all because she wants to be the face of the league. And here's the crazy part. She really thought her flair and her Bayou Barbie brand would be enough to carry her past the stat sheets. But now that reality's hit, she doesn't know how to respond, and she's lashing out.
Okay. But the jealousy that's just ringing in that comment is laughable, given the fact that Angel Reese and her brand was built up even more due to the rivalry that was between her.
While Angel is demanding to be the face of the league, she seems to forget that it was Caitlin Clark who made her relevant in the first place. Without her so-called rivalry, Angel Reese wouldn't be where she is today.
If Angel Reese had never waved her hand in her face when LSU was beating Iowa for in the Final Four of the national championship, if that hadn't happened, Angel Reese's name might not be as big. Yes, she's a talent. Yes, she would have made the WNBA. But in terms of her popularity, it really soared after she took down Caitlin Clark. And then Caitlin Clark came back last year and got revenge by knocking LSU out in the Elite Eight, if I remember correctly.
Meanwhile, Caitlin is being complimented by LeBron, Steph, Luka, Magic, and every retired WNBA legend not currently under NDA for slandering her. She's selling out arenas, and her jersey sales are outpacing veterans. And the MVP voters, they've got her name highlighted in neon lights.
Has now. The Indiana Fever did incredible in free agency, and now Caitlin Clark is surrounded by not just a couple great players, the entire squad is finally full. So my prediction going into this season is that teams are not going to be able to face guard, to double team, to pick up full court like they were last year, because there are so many other threats on the court with this Indiana Fever team.
So yeah, Angel Reese is losing it because she wants the spotlight all to herself. She thought the league would bend to her personality, but newsflash, the WNBA is done handing out attention for aesthetics. It's about results now, and Caitlin Clark is the only rookie delivering those results with consistency and actual buckets. And next time Angel wants to vent, maybe she should do it on a treadmill or a free throw line, because this isn't about favoritism, it's about results, and Caitlin Clark is delivering them. MVP race, Clark's has already won, so what do you think? Is Caitlin Clark going to win the MVP this season? Tell us in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.